KBOB 89.9 FM, Tulsa. And now streaming 24/7 live from the Eden Media Studio. 24/7 live at KBOB899.com.
Two Dog Sports Show, we back, baby. Drone and Yo, you ready to go? Then let's start the show. Two Dogs are back with a new season, yeah, you know the reason. Sports talk, flavor, got that extra seasoning. Drone and Yo, stay on the go. Look at the scores and stats, then this your show. Two Dogs, they got the breakdown, yeah, we throw down in T-Town. Look no further, you have just found the number one sports talk show. Savage picks from Yo, big dog picks from Drone. Wanna welcome y'all back home. Can't forget the latest news, yeah, them dudes. Let's read them bars, please say the noise. Free giveaways, highlights for the game today. Let's start the show. Come on, I lead the way.
What's up? It's the Two Dog Sports Talk Show coming at you this Tuesday afternoon here in Tulsa, Oklahoma. It is nice little weather around here. It's not too hot. It's not too cold. It's better in the 80s. We still don't have no rain, but hey, it's raining football season. And that's what matters around here in Tulsa, Oklahoma. It's OU Texas week. Y'all know I hate burnt orange, and y'all know in the studio I see all this nasty burnt orange. But hey, it don't matter because it's OU Texas week. I'm in the studio by myself today, and because Yo is on assignment at work. They got parent-teachers conference, so he has to be at work today because he's doing his civil duty. But I got some friends coming in for you, my in-the-room cast members, Mr. Mark Howard from California, and then also Mr. Phil Townsend out of San Antonio. They'll be in a little bit later. Boy, this weekend it was football all day. You thought that the college games wasn't going to be real good, and then they turned out to be better than what you thought. You had so many upsets. You had Vanderbilt beating Alabama, which is almost unheard of, but Vanderbilt been playing real good this year. One of our Two Dog family members, Big D, he's on Vanderbilt, and he played for them, and so it's been real interesting this week in football. Dallas won, and I picked them to lose, and they won, but hey, that's the way the cookie crumbles, but we got so much big news today that happened in the NFL. You had Robert Saleh getting fired today all of a sudden on a whim, which you expected if it was going to happen, that would happen at the end of the season, but it ended up happening just in week 5, week 6, going into week 6. He planning for the game on Monday, and he get fired because they battling for first place. Team is battling for first place just 6 weeks in, and he gets fired. Boy, ain't that just like the Jets? Who knows what's going to happen with them? But hey, that's the way the cookie crumbles. We had the state fair last week here in Tulsa. We didn't, first time in a long time, it wasn't cold. It didn't rain. That was unusual for the state fair here in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Hey, but hey, that's where it goes. We had a good week, good weekend. What did I do this weekend? I'm trying to think, what did I do this weekend? I don't really think I did too much of anything this weekend. I had a funeral I went to. Then I had a sickle cell event that we went to today with the young people in transition. And so we had that this weekend. Other than that, I just watched football the rest of the week and enjoyed and relaxed and getting ready for the week because we got a big event. We're planning for a men's fatherhood luncheon. That's a men's fatherhood luncheon. So if you haven't registered for the fatherhood luncheon, go ahead and register for that fatherhood luncheon. It's a big event. You can go to eventbrite.com. Go to eventbrite.com and look up events and look up sickle cell fatherhood luncheon. Fatherhood Luncheon, Kings and Bowls Fatherhood Luncheon. You can pull it up, go ahead and register. It's $50 to register for this event. We're going to have door prizes. We're going to have a panel with doctors, education, talking about life insurance. We're going to be talking about mental health, talking about fatherhood, entertainment, good food, honoring 5 fathers from the community, sickle cell fathers. So go ahead and go to eventbrite.com, or you can go to my page, Jeremiah Watts Sr., on Facebook, and you can register. That way you can find the link on my page and you can register. But you can go to eventbrite.com, look up Fatherhood, Kings and Bowls Luncheon, and you can register right there. It's $50. It's a fundraiser. The funds go to help support sickle cell in the state of Oklahoma. Hey, but we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to talk football, and we're going to talk more football. Like I said, it's OU Texas week, and we're going to hook some horns. Yeah, y'all know how I do. I'm a homer on OU Texas week. I don't be a straight analyst when it comes to OU Texas, but I still tell the truth. And it's OU Texas week, and we doing hook 'em horns all day long here on Two Dogs Sports Talk. We'll be right back.
Know it so well. Should've wrote this from a cold cell. Now I'm praying on the floor of my hotel. Riding on the devil, taking no L's. Said don't do it cause it won't sell. Now look, we ain't taking no L's. God say go, then it won't fail. Now look, we ain't taking no L's. What did you think? I run dry when my supply is the king. I run high, deny and sign with the beast. I wouldn't ride or die for what I believe. Please, you might could try me, see what you think I'd like for 500 G's. When I could get by and still I provide for my seed. Never having to feed yours when mine wouldn't eat. Yeah, real one. Play it for a hater. All day, rub it in their face like makeup. Hit the block with the rock like a layup. Ever since no hate, drop the stock, been well. I never gotta sell out. Trust God, you ain't gotta go the hell route. Everybody with the bag and just might get it. But it's God over money and you just might miss it. Let's go. Mercy, know it so well. Could've wrote this from a cold cell. Now I'm praying on the floor of my hotel. Riding on the devil, taking no L's. They said don't do it cause it won't sell.
Hey Tulsa, Oklahoma. Welcome to Black Wall Street Tees and Souvenirs, where you can get the best black-owned t-shirts, apparel, and souvenirs right here in the heart of Tulsa. For more information, please call 918-523-0608 or shop online with us at bwstshirts.com. And we hope to see you soon.
The 36th Street North Event Center is a full-scale event center where we share the experiences of the community. At the event center, you can rent space for weddings, birthday parties, receptions, concerts, Greek events, quinceañeras, and much more. We also do custom decor, linen, and centerpieces. We're located at 1125 East 36th Street North. To book your next special event, business gathering, or community event, call us at 918-200-9046.
It's your boy Trinity Trey and my bro. Heathen Magic, Holy Heathen. Yeah, you gon' be surprised. They gon' be surprised when they recognize Jesus in the skies. Yeah, you gon' be surprised. They gon' be surprised when they recognize Jesus in the skies. Yeah. It's time to testify. The devil is a lie. Open up your eyes. See Jesus in the skies. It's time to testify. The devil is a lie. Open up your eyes. See Jesus in the skies. They can't believe that I was worthless, now I'm purchased. Kingdom rapper, big stepping in my purpose. Yeah, they can't believe that I was worthless, now I'm purchased. What? Kingdom rapper, big stepping in my purpose. I know it's grace sufficient. I can fall at any minute. So I say spirit filled so they can tell that Jesus did it. He did it. Satan judged me with it grudge. I've been acquitted. True. Jesus love like a drug. Amen. I've been addicted. He let the 99 come and find me. I'm here today cause I metallic lane. Can you translate it? No. Remodel, renovate it. You can go investigate it. True. I got the holes in my hands. Authenticated. Look, I hear you talking about my jury. Got to blow you won't. Man, my salvation worth more than anything I bought. Bang. He planted the seed, now I'm freed and I'm bearing fruit. Okay. Freshly squeezed, flood the streets with this Jesus juice. Hey, since I changed, I hear him say how great I am. Okay. I tell him it ain't me. It's the great I am. Yeah. Since I changed, I hear him say how great I am. True. Look, homie, it ain't me. It's the great I am. You gon' be surprised.
Welcome to the Two Dog, back to the Two Dog Sports Talk Show here on KBOB 89.9 FM. All right, y'all. It is the Kings and Bowls Fatherhood Luncheon. Our award recipients for this event, we have Mr. Daryl Bright, who's from the community. He's been doing education here in Tulsa, Oklahoma, fighting for education, people education. He's coached football at the Mabee Center. He's been involved in the community for a while, Mr. Daryl Bright. And then we have also Mr. Clifton Talbert. Mr. Clifton Talbert, he's a renowned writer. He also do motivational speaking, and he also speak for companies. He's known worldwide, everywhere. Mr. Clifton Talbert. And then we have Mr. Derek Boyd. We have Christopher Scott, and we have Cameron Clemens. These are our honorees for the Kings and Bowls Fatherhood Luncheon. So go and register for the Kings and Bowls Fatherhood Luncheon. Go to my page, go to eventbrite.com, put in Kings and Bowls Fatherhood Luncheon, and you can register right there. And it's $50. The event is on October 19th. It starts at 11 o'clock at Junior League of Tulsa. That is Junior League of Tulsa at 3633 South Yale. 3633 South Yale. The event starts at 11 o'clock. All right, y'all, let's talk some football. I don't see him no more. Is he still backstage over there, Trey? Okay, I let him know he done disappeared. One of our special guests. Mr. Phil Townsend, done disappeared, so he's going to be on here. But let's talk about the hot news of the day. The hot news of the day has been the firing of Robert Saleh of the New York Jets. I have mixed feelings about this one. And the reason why I say I have mixed feelings about this one is because I really don't know. I understand that Saleh probably needed to been fired, but did he really? And so the defense was doing their job, but the offense and that offensive coordinator hasn't been doing their job, mainly Aaron Rodgers, the superstar. But Robert Saleh has been made the scapegoat. I'm not saying that he hasn't scot-free. I'm not saying that he hasn't made his mistakes. But I think the whole New York Jets team as a whole has made some idiotic, stupid, dumb decisions. And Robert Saleh has to pay for all the idiotic, stupid, and dumb decisions that has been made by the New York Jets front office. Some of the people they brought in, some of the people they got rid of. Robert Saleh don't sign contracts. You get rid of some of the pass rush and everything, bring in a player and a understanding that he's up for a new contract, and you don't get this contract deal done. And even though Robert Saleh does not have all the weapons that he's supposed to have, the defense is still in the top 10. But Robert Saleh is made to be the scapegoat for the team. I have my special guest on here, Mr. Phil Townsend.
What's up, baby?
You know, he's a Langston alum, originally from Guthrie, Oklahoma.
Langston, Oklahoma. Don't put me 12 miles away.
And so he's a real original Oklahoma. And then I have Mr. Mark Howard. If you got serious heart comedy radio, you've heard him on Earth with Quake's House. You heard him on Quake's House.
Lord have mercy. What's going on? What's going on, Jeremiah?
What's going on? What's going on, sir? What's going on, sir? Hey, do y'all think that Robert Saleh? Yeah, we can hear you just fine. Do you think Robert Saleh was made to be the scapegoat in this firing here by the New York Jets? We're gonna start with you, Phil. You tell me, was Robert Saleh made to be a scapegoat?
Robert Saleh made his own bed by going and working for Woody. That was his big mistake he made. I understand as a person of color, he wanted to take the opportunity while he could get it, but that was his mistake. Look, the defense, you know, they started out kind of shaky, but the big mistake is that he didn't have a voice. This was Aaron Rodgers' decisions to bring in Buddy Hackett. Because he coached like Buddy Hackett, Paul Hackett did, to have the organization bring him in. Then brought in
that wasn't Paul Hackett.
Retread from Green Bay, and again, what did Aaron Rodgers do? He said, "I'm running off to Brazil or somewhere early." Didn't come and participate.
He went to the pyramids, man. He went to see the pyramids.
Yeah, Egypt too, right? But the whole point is that they literally kowtowed to Aaron Rodgers in every way. Saleh didn't have a voice in this stuff. Come on, man. The sooner they get rid of Aaron Rodgers and bring Jameis Winston in, because they can't get Kyler Murray, because he's a slayer.
Oh, God. Okay. This show is not in the room. We talk sense on this show. we don't talk nonsense.
Is that why you don't have Vance on there?
Yeah, that's what. So, Mark, was Robert Saleh made to be the scapegoat in the firing at New York Jets?
Well, being a coach myself, aren't we always the scapegoat, man?
No,
I know I'm not a professional in the sense of Robert Saleh making that kind of money, especially when you're making that kind of money. Yes, the coach is the scapegoat, and the quarterback, definitely a quarterback of the stature of Aaron Rodgers, that they want to get there, is definitely going to have the edge over a coach, especially a new coach. I would dare to say to you right now, Patrick Mahomes has more power than Andy Reid in Kansas City. Maybe not much, but if it really came down to who got to go, because Andy Reid didn't win without Patrick Mahomes. Okay, so let's just remember that.
Yeah, but he can have people there to win. All he got to do is run up the street.
So
I think he definitely is a scapegoat, because that's who they go with, the coach. But I think there's something. This was sudden, and well, at least sudden to the public. Something must have went down. Something was said. Something.
Well, from listening to everything that has been going on today, they claim that Woody did talk to nobody. They said he came down from his office, went straight in there to Saleh, and basically said your services is no longer needed, and they escorted Saleh off the premises by the security.
That's something behind the scenes. That sounds like,
That's the only thing Woody's done right.
and I'm not making any accusations, but I'm just saying, don't be surprised if you find out that maybe Robert Saleh slept with somebody's daughter or something like that. I'm telling you, man, when there's something like that, there
No,
is something that happened that they don't bring out.
no,
I'm trying to tell you. Hey,
Rob,
there
no.
was something behind the scenes. I'm gonna go way back. There was something behind the scenes that was not reported why Larry Brown left the Clippers, and it had something to do with a wife and one of the players. Okay.
Look, Robert Saleh's ticket was punched last year.
No, I think it's more to it because all of a sudden you come back and y'all are one game away from first place. You play the Buffalo Bills on that following Monday. You just now getting Aaron Rodgers up in there. This man done had to suffer through Wilson and all this terrible, and he done won 7 to 8 games with Wilson. And here it is, 6 games in. You fire this man? I thought if it happened,
Jeremiah,
it would happen at the end of the season, but not now.
Jeremiah, them being in second place in the AFC least means all of them in second place. Even the Dolphins.
Look, I'm telling you right now, this has been a building of Aaron Rodgers and Hackett versus what Saleh has. And who you going to get rid of? Saleh or Aaron Rodgers?
Get rid of Hackett.
That's not
Well, let me ask you.
Rodgers.
Can I ask y'all? Because I'm a little late. Real quick.
Rodgers.
Real quick, because I'm a little late. I saw the news about Saleh being fired this morning, but I did not see who they brought in as interim. So who did they hire as interim? Hackett?
No. Oh no.
Nathaniel. That ain't Paul Hackett, Phil. Don't you mess up Paul Hackett's name.
That's one.
It's Nathaniel Paul.
But that should tell you something. Woody didn't waste no time, and he did not say Hackett was going to be the interim head coach. He went straight to the defensive coordinator.
Yeah.
He went from one defensive coordinator to another defensive coordinator.
So they already seen Hackett try to coach, so they knew you ain't going to do that again.
And look, Hackett's just there because Rodgers is there, and he will be there until Aaron Rodgers decides that he leaves.
Well,
Nathaniel Hackett to Aaron Rodgers is Thanasis Antetokounmpo to Giannis.
There you have it. And we've seen that Thanasis every now and then has a move. He has a play. Every now and then.
So does Nathaniel Hackett.
That's my whole point.
Right, okay.
I believe this is Rodgers' last year playing football.
Could be.
Jets.
I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't retire altogether.
Yeah, I believe this might.
Yeah.
I believe this might be his last year.
It's that time.
My thing is, if the Jets are gonna do what they're doing, that means you need to go all in. So you need to go ahead and go get Devontae Adams. If you're gonna go all in, go all in.
Lord have mercy. Hasn't Devontae suffered enough with the Raiders?
If you're gonna go, he say this right. Hey, going to New Orleans ain't gonna help none because his friend is out now for next 2 or 3 games with a oblique injury. So going to New Orleans, you see what they was like.
Geez, I'm late.
Hey, Russ will be back. He can go on over to Pittsburgh.
So where is he gonna go? So he tell you want over there and New York can use him. We see Aaron. If you go back to the Green Bay Packers, Aaron Rodgers needs a good number 2.
Who's that going to be? Does Devontae stunt Garrett Wilson's growth?
I don't think he'll stunt his growth, but I think it will help him out. Because I think you will find that Wilson they're gonna swing towards Devontae. It don't matter what it is. They're gonna slide the safety towards Devontae. So it's gonna open things up more for Wilson. And if Wilson can't capitalize on that, then he's not the one that we thought he was anyhow.
You said a team name. Wilson is that. But you said a team name there, Jeremiah, that Devontae ought to think about, and that's Green Bay. Going back to Green Bay, Love is not bad, and they need a real receiver.
Yeah, they do. They do need a receiver. They do need a receiver down there in Green Bay. Because Dobbs is out and he ain't been producing. I think they ready to trade him out. If I was them, I'd see if I can trade him to Kansas City. Because
he's acting up a little bit. But now I'm gonna be serious with you all for a moment, and I want you all to think about this. Since you want to put Devontae somewhere, think about somewhere where he won't have to travel too far. Think about somewhere where
could be the Rams. Could be the Rams.
He'd have a quarterback who's had a perfect passer rating this season. He'd have a quarterback that's playing the best of his career in the NFL because he's still there. He'd have a quarterback who just pulled off the biggest win of the year this past week.
I mean, you're talking about the Lions?
No, I said he would not travel too, but I'm talking about Arizona.
Oh Lord, have mercy.
Excuse me.
Hey, look.
You got Marvin Jr. on the other side.
Let me say it one more time. Didn't he go through enough playing with the Raiders too?
Excuse me.
He won't be. Murray is not worse than Minshew. Murray's a whole lot better than Minshew.
I'll have you know that, and of course this is only the pros talking. They got Kyler picked up there just like I do. They got him as one of the top quarterbacks in the league.
Sure.
That's just the pros. Yeah.
Sure, he is. He is.
I've been telling you all along.
He's one of the best 32 quarterbacks in the NFL.
So going back to the Jets, do you think the Jets are going to, by them firing Saga, is it going to make a difference with the Jets?
What, are you saying a good difference or a bad difference or any difference?
A good difference. Is it going to make a good difference with the Jets?
No, because Salah wasn't running it anyway.
I think Salah was running, Phil.
Yeah.
Because if he wasn't running, he'd still be there.
Hey, Aaron, do what you know, because they had to get somebody, because Aaron threw 3 interceptions. They had to get somebody. So it was Salah's fault, but telling Rodgers, you have autonomy. You have control here. So that's why he had to go.
That proves that Salah had control because he was able to give him autonomy.
So my thing,
he gave the autonomy to him. So that means he does not have power anymore.
If the Jets don't improve, it will Rodgers get the blame, or
he should get the blame now,
or what they say is Hackett.
They'll say what it always been. Jets, Jets.
Look, I saw this coming because I'm one of the only people that watched Green Bay play when he played in Green Bay his last 2 years.
Well, he didn't. We all knew he didn't look good and knew he wasn't a savior, but they always want to make someone the savior of anything.
Now that may be, but that may be the whole issue in this, is that he's to be a savior, whereas he probably just needed to be an upgrade of a quality position, or a needed position
He's
and be a
Aaron.
quality
He's
player.
Aaron, as they say, friggin' Rodgers.
Right,
That's
right.
what
And
they
again,
are.
he can,
They went
but
on
he
the
can,
name.
but he can be that. And again, I get his cachet is going to make people put him in the category of savior. But the Jets themselves need to understand. Say, look, we know you can throw the ball. All we need your experience, understand the offense, knowing how to knowing how to make these passes and getting the ball to these receivers,
So who's
getting the
telling
ball
them
to the
that?
players.
But he
I
understands
would
the offense
imagine the
because he's the one running.
organization told him that when they brought him in.
He's running the offense. I just think he might
He's running his offense. He's running his offense.
maybe is that he don't have. Maybe Aaron Rodgers don't have the respect on that
He don't have
team
much
that
respect for
everybody.
nobody.
No, I'm saying maybe the team and some of the
No, he's got
don't have the
too much.
respect for him.
He's got too much of that.
I
He
don't
got too
know.
much because he be giving them players the eyes and saying stuff to them, and they don't
No,
bark
he
back at
got
him.
too much. He got too much.
But just because they might not bark back at them, don't mean that they really
No.
care about him
No.
and really have this fond affection for him.
They already have the
Well, no,
word out
that's
that
different.
they do.
That's different there.
Yeah. No, they have the
That
word
they
out
do.
that they have that.
You know,
He's the greatest thing.
maybe they ready. Maybe they ready for Aaron Rodgers to leave and plus Hack.
I know Wilson probably is, but look, I look what I was doing without you.
Hey, and that's true.
None of that matters to say that, Phil. And I get it. We're old school enough to understand this, but these guys don't do that no more. These kids don't get it. All a brother has to do to a white boy is grab him up by his chest and look at, man. Don't get your behind messed up behind your mouth. You understand? I'm gonna get open. You throw me the ball. Anything you got to say, look, keep it to yourself, or I'm gonna be back here. I'm gonna take you out back here with that white hands. But they don't do that.
Well, look, they may do it at some positions, but they ain't doing it to the quarterback if they the receiver.
Well, we're gonna take a quick break, and when we get back, we're gonna talk some more football. Y'all know it's OU Texas week. Down with the Longhorns and these Longhorns is OU Texas week, baby. It's Sooners, Boomer Sooners all day, every day. Y'all know this week, of any weeks, I am a homer. I don't care. And it's OU Texas, baby. Boomer Sooner all day long. And we'll be right back on the $2 Sports Talk Show.
Man, it's time to start being more transparent in the body of Christ.
You know?
Take the mask off. Take the mask off. Have we met? Who are you? Take the mask off. Take the mask off. Take the mask off. Have we met? Who are you? Take the mask off. I don't fake the funk. I don't perpetrate. Getting too old. Ain't got time to play. I don't fake the funk. I don't perpetrate. Getting too old. Ain't got time to play. Preaching righteousness, but you don't let it weigh. God delivered me. I refuse to say it take discipline to obey. He's the master potter. I'm just the clay. Chose to fight. Never stop walking. Battle dark forces. Christopher Walken preaching great sermon, but you just talking. Minister of Satan, status stalking. In love with the title, became an idol. Spiritually dead. Check his vitals.
How to order chicken wings. Number 1, find a good wing spot.
I know a wing spot, Max Wings.
Number 2, decide if you want a combo or if you want to order a la carte.
Huh? What's that?
Well, combos come with chicken, veggie sticks, fries, and a drink for a discounted price. A la carte means that you order each item separately.
Okay.
3, decide if you want bone-in, boneless, or cauliflower wings, and then determine the delicious flavor you want on your wings.
I didn't even know cauliflower had wings.
You learn something new every day. Have you been to Max Wings?
Yep.
Max Wings is located at 782 East Pine Street in Tulsa. We're open Monday through Thursday from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. and on Friday and Saturday from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Come to Max Wings, home of the dry rub fries.
Hop out the gym, I just give praise to God for all of this muscle I'm getting. Raise up the rod for me and my brothers, you know that's for all of the truth we be spitting. I don't fear in the man, but I hope that the demons are scared when they see me coming. That's just for me and my warriors, my hope could be repping my God, yeah, we be repenting. If that's a problem for you, I suggest you just take it to all of the angels upstairs. Wait, if you won't really get down to tell them my generation, place the most of the truth in the book.
Welcome back to the $2 Sports Talk Show. All right, once again, Kings and Bows this on October 19th from 11 to 2 p.m. That is the Kings and Bows Fatherhood Luncheon. Some of our panelists, we're doing a panel session. We're not having a keynote speaker. We're doing a panel. We have Dr. Jonathan McGee. He's a family physician. He's a Black family physician. He owns his own Black business called Essential MD. We have Leon Skillings. He owns his own counseling business. He's a counselor. He does mental health. We have Marquise Dennis. He's the CEO and executive director of Birthright Living Legacy. They deal with fatherhood and families. Then we have Craig Freeman. He is the provost of OSU Tulsa, so he's dealing with education. And then we have Dr. Marcus Howard. He's an apostle. Also, he's a Christian counselor. He's a trainer, and also he has a re-entry program that they have. So we come out. This is our panelists that we have. Come out to the Fatherhood Kings and Bows Luncheon. You can go to eventbrite.com. Go to eventbrite.com. Look up Kings and Bows Fatherhood Luncheon. That is October 19th at 11 o'clock at Junior League of Tulsa. That's 3633 South Yale Avenue. And the registration is $50. It goes to a good cause to help to raise money for sickle cell. So make sure y'all go out. We're honoring fathers. Fathers are very important. They don't get enough love. They get ridiculed, but they don't get enough love. So come out and help support us and help us to honor fathers. We have 5 awesome honorees for this event. All right, fellas, let's talk some college
Hey, quick
football
question,
before we
Jeremiah.
go to
Quick
the
question, Jeremiah.
NFL. You have some pretty big
Jeremiah,
games this
I got a
weekend.
quick question.
You have OU Texas, as we know.
Do you?
You have OU Texas this weekend, as we know. You have OU Texas this weekend. Then you have another game I picked out is Ohio State and Oregon, which is another big game this weekend. You also have Ole Miss LSU, which is another big game. And then you have Kansas State, Colorado, which is an awesome game. We're going to start with Kansas State, Colorado. Colorado has been playing some awesome football these past 2 weeks. They had a bye last week, but the 2 weeks before, they have been playing their best game. It seems like Colorado has been improving each week, but they're going to a major test this week against Kansas State, one of the powerhouses of the Big 12. I know people say, it's the Big 12, but Kansas State has been good in the Big 12 year after year. They not, even when they're down, they're not an easy out. What does Colorado have to do to beat Kansas State this week? And if they beat Kansas State, what kind of statement does this make for Colorado and that program? We're going to start with you, Mark.
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I just wanted to ask you a quick question. I was going to say, is there another street in Tulsa besides Pine and Archer and Greenwood?
Yes, there's
everything is on Pine. That's all I'm trying to figure out.
There's not everything on Pine. Yeah, there's other streets about Pine, Archer, and Greenwood.
Okay, all right. So I guess there is a Central Avenue in Tulsa, right? Yes. So I'm gonna going to Kansas State will be tricky, but I'm leaning towards a good coaching staff that I think they have and have for Kansas State. What do they have to do? Well, I mean, besides again being prepared, I think definitely Shador has to lead the way. Travis Hunter is just really he, he's on a whole different level of things. Both sides of the ball, and you got to give it to him now, Jeremiah. Colorado's running the ball a lot better.
Yes, they are. A whole lot better.
Where did we go?
Running the ball a whole lot better.
Yeah. So if it, again, obviously the balanced offense. I don't know. I haven't watched much about Kansas State. I did see them. I like the quarterback. The quarterback runs. Now that's a problem they had. Remember the first game they had a problem with a running quarterback, and that kid for Kansas State can run.
Yes.
Kansas State looked like he looked like Carrot Top in a uniform.
The Kansas State is more. They're more of one of the out of all the teams in the Big 12 besides Utah. They one of the power teams. They do a lot of play action. They do a lot of option. Play action off the option. They want to run the ball down your throat, and they passes off the run. And it's going to be very interesting. And they're solid on defense. They don't do a lot of mistakes where they hurt themselves at Kansas State. What do you say, Phil?
You mean like OSU does?
I want to shout out to Mark. I knew he was a national touring comedian. I did not know that he was a Christian counselor too. Marcus Howard.
That's Marcus. My name ain't Marcus.
but Colorado's been steadily building each week, and you saw a good solid half from them previously until you saw them put together a complete game the last time that they won. But getting to where Mark was talking about when Miller for North Dakota State was giving them all kind of fits with his running game. The Kansas State quarterback, he's tough too. So he can run, but I like Colorado in this game because they've been improving on protecting Shedeur, and that whole defense has looked so much better, and so
they're improving on that line.
I think with that balanced running game that they have, when they brought in that freshman Welch, everybody else from Zane to Augusta said, I better start running harder. And I would tell you right now, that Welch, that freshman Welch, that's the guy I like to see run that ball.
If Colorado win this weekend, what type of statement does it make? Because I tell anybody, Colorado win this weekend. If Colorado win this weekend, they have a good opportunity to win the Big 12. And that puts Coach Prime in the running for Coach of the Year because they were picked to finish 11th in this division. What statement does that make if they beat Kansas State this week?
I would say, and I don't know if I'm fading. Can you guys hear me good?
Yes.
Okay. I would say the statement, just like you said about Coach of the Year, I would say that if they go to Manhattan and beat Kansas, especially if they beat them kind of soundly, not to be a blowout, but just soundly, I would say that this would kill a lot of the haters trying to question Coach Prime and the Primettes. That's what I call his coaching staff, the Primettes. No diss, not trying to feminize them. the backup dancers.
They down in Boulder. They play at Boulder.
Oh, they're playing. Okay, either way, it would be impressive if they did it in Manhattan on the road. But if they can beat them solidly, being a home team this weekend against Kansas, I think that speaks volumes to the coaching and the coaching staff. and how they've been able to even just really kind of bounce back off of the 2 losses from Nebraska well, no, they just lost one.
Just the one. Now they get Shiloh back this week. I like them better without Shiloh. Me personally.
No.
Don't tell his daddy that.
But
No.
they get him back this week. I think they get a couple other back off injury this week. What do you think, Phil?
Look, I think what it will do is add validation to the hype, to the expectations that people put on Colorado, excluding what Colorado was when Dion got there.
Exactly.
So I think that this would literally, when you see how Colorado has steadily progressed and actually looked like a true, real football team, I think it's going to it would validate the program that Dion's putting together.
All right, let's talk. Let's go ahead and jump into it. And I know Mark
You couldn't wait. You couldn't wait, could you?
It's OU Texas, baby. Y'all know what time it is. It's OU Texas time, baby. Y'all know how it go, Bevo. I made the statement this morning. I said, how do you know what is it on OU Texas week? What is a Longhorn good for? Wow. And I said dinner. They good for dinner. That's what they good for. And
good for a nice steak dinner.
Yeah, nice old steak. And I ain't talking about no rare steak. I'm talking about one of them medium well steaks. Not nothing that you got blood running around. That mean they still alive a little bit. We ain't trying to keep them alive. I got all this burnt orange mess in this studio that I'm ready to tear down. I hate it on Texas week because I got to look at all this burnt orange. But it's all about it's Red River rivalry. Quinn Ewers supposed to be back this week. I think OU gets some players back off injury this week. Hawkins has had another week with a bye week to get more acclimated to being the starter.
Groovy.
I think this is going to be a lot more interesting than what people thought it would be at the beginning of the season, especially with the implementation of Hawkins at the starting quarterback position. And if we can get one or two of these starting receivers that's been out to come in, and if that defense can play, how much of a chance do you give OU, against Texas? We're going to start with you, Phil.
Look, the best thing that could have happened to OU this week was them swapping quarterbacks at Texas. Because O'Ward's got the pressure of having Arch Manning over his shoulder right now. And people are singing Arch's name all over the place. It is crazy that you had pundits saying Arch Manning for the winning the Heisman Trophy, not next year, but possibly this year. And I'm like, pump your brakes. Look, if OU gets their quarterbacks, the missing receivers back, the way Hawkins can sling the ball and run, I am telling you, OU has a serious chance of beating Texas as long as they don't let that track meet, Bond and the rest of those guys get behind the defensive backs. Because you have some people saying that they believe that Bond is faster than Worthy.
Like I said, Texas weak link is that defense. Their defense is their weakest link. Their offense is steady, and they got power and they got speed. Their weakest link is the defense. Do you think OU have a chance this week, Mark?
I'm listening to you guys who are I'm listening to you guys who are staunch OU aficionados. You follow your team. You follow them. And
Boomer.
the best I can get from y'all is a if and have a chance. So if this happens, they have a chance. Nothing definitive to say that it.
It's
So
the
it tells me
it's the
y'all know.
it's the Red River rivalry, and let's be truthful. I'm be truthful with you. OU should not win this game.
OU shouldn't even be in this game.
But the defense is the defense has kept OU in a lot of games.
Yes, sir, and they will this game.
We understand when we've seen that Tennessee is not as good as people has made them out to be. Because OU,
I don't know about that.
reason
I think Tennessee is good. They're not as complete, but I think that loss is a little freakish.
I didn't say they wasn't good. I'm saying they not as good as people had made them out to be.
Well, has any team shown that?
Hold on, let me show you why. But let me show you why. I think if we would have put Hawkins in a lot sooner, if OU would have put Hawkins in a lot sooner, I think OU probably would have beat Tennessee. Tennessee lost this week against Arkansas. Tennessee is not as good. So I think I think OU, and then also I think OU is a lot better than what people thought, especially on defense, than what people thought. But it's the offense.
Well, anybody looks better once Lincoln Riley leaves your team. The defense is going to look better automatically.
But right now, it's the offensive coordinator who is the question mark with OU.
This is like saying Georgia isn't who we thought. Georgia isn't good as we thought. They were. Alabama isn't as good as we thought they were. And none of these teams are showing what so many people thought they were. But OU, that's the whole reason why OU has this great opportunity in front of them to beat Texas, because we already know Texas, just by proximity, has weakness, and OU can take them out, especially since I was the one who said if they put Hawkins in the game against Tennessee, OU would win.
Oh,
They didn't want to listen.
Okay. But I said a long time ago, if Hawkins is backup, I said if Arnold stubbed his toe, it's a done deal. It's a done deal. And I told people, I said against Tulane, if he don't improve, they're gonna pull him. And what they pulled him. And
I mean,
it's OU has and like I said, it's the Red River rivalry. Anything can happen in this game. We've seen it where both teams have been in the down and the dump, and the other team been the top team and the top 5 end up losing because it's the Red River rivalry. Anything and everything can happen in this game. But I do believe OU has a better chance now than what people gave them at the beginning of the season. They said OU didn't have a chance, that they have wrote them off, that there was going to be a slobber knocker. OU was going to lose by 4 touchdowns. They're not saying that no more. They're not saying
they say they're going to lose by 3.
Look, Jeremiah got an inside pipeline. I never heard any of that, because all I heard was Jackson Arnold was one of the top QBs in the nation. And did you see what he did in that bowl game?
Yeah, we heard that Jackson Arnold was good, but trust me, nobody ever thought that they wasn't giving OU a chance to win against Texas. Texas has been rating in the top 3 the whole even before the season.
Let me say something else. Now, here's the thing. Your news, what you hear in Jeremiah, is one thing, and Phil's news is another thing. Both y'all being OU fans, but Phil, you're in Texas, and Jeremiah, you're in Oklahoma. So you're going to hear the good stuff and say, OU got a chance, and Phil going to hear Texas and say, OU ain't got no chance. So
no, I'm saying OU's got a chance. I'm saying OU got a rivalry.
It is a rivalry. I tell you on a side note, being the fact that I went to Oklahoma, went to school in Oklahoma, and understood and got another rivalry. I'm gonna ask y'all because I didn't catch on how Texas OU rivalry was that big when I was young. Good games, but what's the bigger rivalry? OU Texas, the Red River, or the Bedlam series? Or the Bedlam?
Oh, you.
Oh, it's OU Texas. Cause the Bedlam, the Bedlam has never been a match. Mark, your OSU team, y'all got 19 victories, maybe 17.
OSU want to make it seem like it's that big thing, which it is in the state when OSU finally win. It's like they just won the Super Bowl, but the rivalry is OU Texas, where you go down to a Cotton Bowl, it's split down the middle. One side crimson and cream, one side burnt orange. So that rivalry is something totally different. It's a whole different animal where you down there at the state fair and both teams people standing side by side with OU jerseys on or Texas jersey on, ordering cotton candy, funnel cakes. After the game, you going to the state fair. It's a rivalry beyond a rivalry. People don't just go down to Stillwater just hang out for the OU Stillwater game, OU OSU game. But people go down to Texas, down there at the Cotton Bowl, and just hang out for the OU Texas game. They ain't getting in the game, but they going down there. That's how big this is. Stuff shuts down.
Exactly. It's no comp.
Stuff don't shut down for the OSU OU game. Stuff shuts down for the OU Texas game. That's how big it is. And now since they both in the SEC, it's even bigger. It's even bigger.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can hear you.
So you got Ohio State, Oregon this week. You got Ole Miss, LSU. I think I want to pick Ole Miss and Lane Kiffin, but seem like sometime in these big games, Lane Kiffin always seem to lay eggs. I don't get it, man. Like, Lane Kiffin might have the best team, but then he'll come in there and he'll lay egg out.
Sorry, I had a phone call come in and took my sound out.
And it don't make no sense why Lane Kiffin keep laying eggs. And so I picked Ole Miss to beat LSU, but do I trust Lane Kiffin? Not really. But I think Ole Miss has the better team.
Look,
I'm gonna tell you this much. I'm gonna tell you this: if Brian Kelly lose to Ole Miss, he gonna join Robert Saleh in the unemployment line, and he should.
Well, he might be joining.
They can't afford them losses.
He might be joining Robert Saleh in the unemployment line.
Yeah.
You play both of them late on this year, so we'll see.
Yeah, Jackson Dart, he's going to have something for that LSU defense. So Brian Kelly may as well get ready to start like he's back at Notre Dame, cursing all up and down the field, because Lane Kiffin is laying in wait. I guarantee you, he already has all the troll. The verbiage is already typed up that he's going to troll Kelly with, because Lane Kiffin loves trolling.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Then you have Ohio State, Oregon. I like Ohio State in this one. I don't think Oregon has the team. I was never a Gabriel fan. I wasn't a fan with Gabriel when he was here in Norman, and I don't think he's ready to go against Ohio State. I think Ohio State is going to beat. I think they got more talent. Plus, they got speed. I think they're going to beat Oregon. What you say, Mark?
Yeah, I'd say as they say, styles make fights, and Oregon style a little different. I don't think OU. I don't think Ohio State plays or sees that like that as much. But you're right. Their talent outweighs Oregon, I believe. Again, I always go to these games. Where is it played at? Is this in Eugene or is it in Columbus?
It's in Oregon. It's down in Oregon.
That may add something because it's the first time Ohio State's going. I mean, it's the first time Ohio State going to the West Coast and playing 3 hours earlier. So that could have a factor, at least early. But I give the nod to Ohio State. I think they got the better coaching and the better talent overall.
What you got, Phil?
Well, I don't know if Dave's the better coaching. They've been ready to run him out of town on different occasions. Surely, look, I think Ohio State definitely has the better talent, especially in that receiving core. So that's crazy right there. But they both had a struggle this year, and Oregon's found itself lately. So I'm going to pick Ohio State to win the game, but Oregon to look pretty good in it.
Well, and that just tells me that you pick that's the way Phil covers himself. Because what he'll say, if Oregon win, I told you it was gonna look pretty good. So I'm not surprised they won anyhow. Because I told you it was gonna look good. That's the way Phil do to cover himself, y'all.
Phil the hedger.
You said that like something's wrong with it.
Call him Phil the hedger.
Yeah, that's what we call Philonomics.
You said that like something was wrong with what I said.
That's what we call Philonomics. Hey, but we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to talk some NFL football, and then we're going to get up out of here right here on the $2 Sports Talk Show.
Pan-Africanism, Dr. Umar Johnson. Whenever I'm in Tulsa, Oklahoma, I'm listening to The Bobby Eaton Show, 89.9 FM KBOB. For news, information, and critical analysis, The Bobby Eaton Show. That's where Dr. Umar hangs out.
Hey, Tulsa, Oklahoma. Welcome to Black Wall Street Tees and Souvenirs, where you can get the best Black-owned T-shirts, apparel, and souvenirs right here in the heart of Tulsa. For more information, please call 918-523-0608 or shop online with us at bwstshirts.com. And we hope to see you soon.
The 36th Street North Event Center is a full-scale event center where we share the experiences of the community. At the event center, you can rent space for weddings, birthday parties, receptions, concerts, Greek events, quinceañeras, and much more. We also do custom decor, linen, and centerpieces. We're located at 1125 East 36th Street North. To book your next special event, business gathering, or community event, call us at 918-200-9046.
I wanna be just like Christ. I wanna be just like Christ. I wanna be just like Christ. I wanna be just like Christ.
I had a rough life, cause a lot on my own in my younger life. I was a rolling stone. If you leave with me, I'm probably at home unless I'm ministering. Then I'm out
On the road, had a short fuse, TNT would explode. PTSD from street life, I've been told. Got soft in my heart, used to be stone cold. Was a dead man walking, Lazarus, Ben Rose. I'm so thankful, blessed to see another day. Risen the Bible Belt, okay, NHMO-MA. Used to run D plus MC, now I walk this way. Faith plus grace. Once you've had a taste, I'ma serve him till I see my Savior face to face. Throw this word in my heart, cut and paste. Copy of
Welcome back
Christ,
to the $2 Sports Talk Show here on KBOB 89.9 FM. You can also catch up all me, Mark, and Phil on In the Room Sports Talk, Drone Big Dog Picks on In the Room. That's the 10 TV, the African American Network, where we have a local feel and a global reach. That is 10 TV, the African American Network, where we have a local feel and a global reach. All right, Phil, let's talk some NFL, man. Let's talk some NFL. Commanders Ravens this week. I think this is one of the best games of the week. You have the rookie and Daniels, and you have the wily vet and Lamar Jackson, and both of them have a good running game. I think when it comes to receivers, I think the edge of receiver play goes to the Washington Commanders. I think defensive wise, I think slight edge goes to the Washington Commanders. Running game, I think, goes to the Baltimore Ravens. And I think overall quarterback play, I would lean towards Lamar Jackson because Jaden Daniels is a rookie. And so even though he's been playing good. So overall, this is very unexpected of what you see from the Washington Commanders this year. But I think it's a good game. What Lamar Jackson did last week with the comeback against the Cincinnati Bengals, what Jaden Daniels has been putting up, the numbers he's been putting up this year as a rookie. This is a tough one, man. This is a tough one that I had to pick from, man, because it's very interesting. Because I hate to say it, the Commanders are looking good. Cliff Kingsbury has Jaden Daniels throwing that rock, and the offense is clicking. Quinn has that defense looking good. It's going to be very interesting. But I think if the Ravens run the ball like they should, I think they will win this game because they can control the clock and keep Daniels off the field. But you cannot allow Lamar Jackson to throw the ball again this week 40 plus times. I do not think that is a way for the Baltimore Ravens to win. What do you say, Phil?
Well, it's a difference if Lamar is throwing the ball 40 times and they've been running the ball, it's another, that's another thing. But this whole thing of where you just have him drop back and you forget all about the running game and run it less than double-digit times, that's insane right there. But I'm gonna push back on you. I feel that the Baltimore Ravens have the better receiving core because I always start with their tight ends for the Ravens and run it out through that way. So the Ravens defense, they lost personnel from last year, so they aren't as good as I would like them to be, but I've got to give it to the Ravens to pull out this game. Yeah,
I think the Ravens should. I think they have a good opportunity to pull it out. But would it shock me if the Commanders won and Jaden Daniels? No, it would not shock me one little bit. One, because of the way the Ravens defense has been playing this season, and then two, the way the play calling has been going with the Ravens when they giving up big leads. It would not shock me one little bit with the Washington Commanders winning this game.
Look, Cliff has those boys on offense doing that thing. Why do you think Chicago didn't hire him because Eberflus them are like, no, don't do it, because they know that would be an automatic sign for Williams and Kingsbury. It's like, no, we don't want that here. So I I I would not be shocked one single bit if Washington won the game. Not at all. Because there is that one chance that they may decide, well, we're going to have Lamar throw the ball 50 times this game. I can never put that past them that they would do that and just mess everything up.
Yeah, and that's the key. That's key. Uh, one of the other big games this week, you have the Arizona Cardinals and the Green Bay Packers, and
No contest. No contest.
oh Lord, here we go. Can we not be a homer right now and talk real talk? I understand Kyler Murray has been playing good. I understand that he's been doing this thing, but that defense over there is very suspect. I think Jordan Love is slowly starting to get things going because he has been out. And it's only a second week him back. Josh Jacobs is running the ball like crazy. I think what hurts the Green Bay Packers is their receiving core. I don't think their receiving core is as good as they thought they were. I do like what you said earlier about Devontae Adams going back to the Green Bay Packers. I think that will do Jordan Love a great deal to have Jordan Love with Devontae Adams and that other receiving core that they have, and then have a running game too. I think that would take the Green Bay Packers to another level on offense. But right now they don't have that. And their defense still not playing real stout football. I like the Arizona Cardinals and what Kyler Murray is doing with the running game. And then you have Marvin Harris Jr. that's getting into the swing of things. After that week 1 debacle, Kyler has been looking more and more to Marvin Harris as that number 1 receiver and making sure that he gets him the ball. And Marvin Harris has not failed him because he's been catching the ball. I got Arizona beating the Green Bay Packers this week. I already know what you think, Phil, but let's go ahead and hear it. What's going on?
You're right. We don't need any conversation on this. You said it. Look, Love is starting. He's starting slow coming back, making errors. I'm telling you right now, Kyler is feeling confident coming off of that bum knee from last year. And I will tell you right now, you saw the way he was scooting and scatting all over the place and firing it. And like you said, the offensive coordinator, once he said, I'm going to make sure that I get those plays called for Marvin Harrison Jr. It's been looking up from there. So I'm picking Arizona all the way. There's no doubt about that.
Next one you have the Chargers Broncos. The Broncos has been looking. The Broncos have been looking bad. I had the Broncos finish what was it, third, Trey? I think I had the Broncos finish third in the division. Yeah, I think I had them finishing third. I had the Raiders finishing fourth. So yeah, I had the Broncos finishing third in that division. And they're not looking half bad. Their defense is what's helping the Broncos out. Their defense is playing all-out football for the Denver Broncos. But I think that the Chargers, with that defense they have, and Herbert is not playing outside of himself this year. Harbaugh has him playing within himself, and he's not making those crazy mistakes in the defense. Oh, I had the Broncos finishing. I had Broncos finishing third. And Herbert is not. He's not making those mistakes, and his defense is not making the mistake. I like the Chargers over the Broncos this week. I think you have Bosa and you have Matt. They fence the blitz and come at Bo Nix. And I think they're just gonna be a little bit too much for the Broncos this week. What you say, Phil?
I say that it's the Broncos defense. You got top 3 defense, and they are playing lights out. Nix, so even when Nix is making his mistakes, he's getting the benefit of that defense helping him out. Now you also have Nix being able to do something that Sean Payton wouldn't let a black quarterback do. Get in his face about something, you see, and still be out there quarterbacking. So there's a privilege there. But given that, I'm going to give all these kudos to the defensive coach, because I still tell people, I get sick and tired of hearing about Sean Payton being this great quarterback whisperer when he hasn't done anything with a quarterback that wasn't already an established quarterback. Hint, hint, Drew Brees. That's it.
Yeah.
Everybody else, no.
Yeah.
And here with Denver, you can talk Bo Nix in the offense and winning games. No, you better act like you have some sense and know that's the defense.
Yeah. I think, but who you got winning?
Believe it or not, as much as I can't stand Sean Payton, I'm going to have to go with the Chargers.
See, there's that.
Even though Herbert's got that high ankle sprain.
There's that Philonomics again. There you go.
Yeah.
He showed the right hand and hit you with the left. Hey, another game you have is Bucks Saints. I think the Saints are coming back down to earth. Carr is going to be out for probably they say maybe the next 2 or 3 weeks with an oblique injury. I like the Bucks in this game. I just think the Bucks is a good team, especially since Carr is supposed to be out. And it seemed like the Saints has came back down to earth, and they have looked terrible these past 3 weeks. Now they're 2-3, where they started off 2-0 and all world. Now they lost straight, and they look terrible. And now their starting quarterback is out for the next, they say maybe next 2 or 3 weeks with an oblique injury. Kamara's not doing anything. Olave is really not doing anything, and the defense has been looking suspect, even though they got 2 of their starting linebackers, I believe, is out, and I think one of the secondary members out. So, but I like the Bucks in this one. Who you got?
Now, when I've seen Alvin Kamara, he looked pretty good. Chris Olave, it takes somebody to get him the ball. But I would tell you this right now. They didn't come back down to earth. They're ready to go face the Baker. And you know what I say about the Baker. He's going to put it on them. You know it's the Bucks shining, the Baker. I told you all year long. Who's playing top tier football at the quarterback position this year? The Baker is right up there with them.
Well, I think Evans has to have a good game, because he never have a good game against Latimer. Him and Latimer always have been competition, and they get into it. And Evans never really have a good game against Latimer. I think Evans has to show up and have a good game against Latimer this week, and I think he will. I think Evans will have a good game. I look at maybe 6-7 catches for about 80 to 100 yards this week for Evans against Latimer. this week. You know, they've been having a heated rivalry since they've been in the league together, and they rival has been very heated. And I think Evans has to have a good game this week. What'd you say?
You probably missed the part about Evans has the Baker to get him the ball. So Latimer probably is saying, what excuse can I have not to come out of the locker room?
Hey man. Didn't I tell you leave that advanced stuff? leave that advanced nonsense somewhere. We're talking real football. I know
the Baker. You know the Baker.
Yeah, tell him go make me a cinnamon roll. That's what
I am telling you, watch out for the Baker. Because you see, the Baker's been hitting Godwin a lot. And he's hitting Godwin. Godwin's getting his good shakes. And so is Evans. Evans had a game where I was like, wow, he's not getting anything. But Godwin was getting plenty. So now they're both getting fed a lot. So I'm liking what I'm seeing.
I think Evans has to have a good game against Latimer. I think it's due. It's due.
Latimer don't want Evans.
It's due.
I'm telling you right now, Latimer does not want Evans this game.
And I hope not. I think it's due. I got the Bucks beating the Saints.
Well, good pick.
All right, last one before we go off here. We got the Lions, Cowboys. Now, I know everybody gonna say something about the Cowboys, and y'all know I tell the truth. I don't hold back no punches. If you want to say, well, Dak, he finished the game and they won it, but Dak also was the one that put him in that mess with 2 turnovers, 2 interceptions that didn't make no kind of sense. And then the play calling on the goal line, I did not understand, which we had a fumble, and Dak jumped on it, and Dak did bring Dallas back. I applaud him for that. Hurrah! Yay! Dak did his thing. Hold on. Dak did his thing. I applaud Dak for that. There you go. I applaud him for that. He did his thing. But Dak, you cannot afford to keep putting Dallas offense in a situation. And then McCarthy and his play calling is so archaic, it don't even make sense. That end around play, the CeeDee Lamb, he needs to throw that thing in the trash. Throw it in the trash, burn it, scrap it, cut it, whatever he need to do, but he needs to throw it out. McCarthy play calling is archaic. Only thing stop all the zone play. Just go straight. I like when they went Zach Martin them and they went straight ahead and they hit them dead in the mouth and they was getting 4-5 yards of carries. They stopped the zone read, the zone runs, and they were just going straight ahead of them. And Zach Martin them was eating them up, and Dow was getting 4-5 yards of carry. Keep doing that. But stop all this end around stuff to play. It's just so archaic, and I'm tired of pump it up. That's why I call him now. Phil. I'll call him Pump It Up Dak. Cause he's steady pumping. And you know he got receivers open, but he gonna pump it. If he in that pocket, he gonna pump it. So I call him Pump It Up Dak. That's a new nickname for me. Pump it up. What we got? But the defense still not looking good. D-Law is gonna be out because he will put him on IR. I haven't heard whether Parsons is gonna be back this week. But it's gonna be interesting just to see how it played. Dak is going to have to be Superman again this week, but he cannot afford to put Dallas in bad situations because Detroit is gonna come with it, and they're gonna come with it on a mission. Because they're gonna look at, we owe y'all one from last year when y'all stole that one from us last year.
Didn't steal it.
So I still pick Dallas to beat the Lions because they playing in Big D. But he's gonna have to be Superman, but he cannot put him in these bad situations. What you say, Phil?
Well, Dak is going to have to, when he sees CD open right there, he's going to throw CD the ball.
Stop pumping. Stop. That's why I call him pumping up. He's going to pump.
But McCarthy can't give up on running CD out of the backfield that play, because McCarthy realized until the last game he didn't have a running game. So he had to use CD because Jerry paid him all that money.
But that play don't work. It's so predictable.
Well, look, he did get some yardage on it though.
Going backwards.
As long as he got some yardage that previous game, that adds up to positive. So that's McCarthy. But no, Dak's got to definitely play better. Dak needs to make this a small game. He needs to go in and looking at this as a small game, because the one thing you can look at Dak is if his eyes are wide, you're in trouble. If you're Dallas, if those eyes are wide, Dak is like, this is a big moment. So he needs to keep it down. Jared Goff and them, they were a little shaky at points earlier this year, but they're looking good right now. And Goff is looking like the quarterback that I like to say that Jared Goff is a very good quarterback. So,
but this will I also say, Phil, and I know people might not like what I'm about to say. Guyton need to go stay on the bench. Guyton not ready. I know they want to put him in there, but he's not ready. Move Smith to the tackle. Put BB at the guard. And got the center. Got Martin at the other guard. And got other. Guyton is not ready to play tackle or move Guyton to guard. He not ready.
No, I think that the mistake made here is that Guyton stop hating on Tulsa, Mr. Tulsa. I think that Guyton thing is that you knew going in that all the scouts and everybody said this guy has all the size, the footwork. He just needs to get stronger and he needs more seasoning. So that should have told you Lee Smith, who has played outstanding at left tackle, you want Guyton to get some time and work, put him at right tackle and go from there. That's what you needed to do.
Put him at guard.
Yeah, but if they'd have put him at right tackle, then presto magico, you've got a plenty of chance for him to work and get a situation going better, get some seasoning. But you knew going in, and then to keep letting him try and defend one-on-one and barely bring somebody to come chip to help him. No, that wasn't doing anything for his confidence the last few games.
If you notice, that offensive line played a whole lot better when Guyton went to the bench. When Guyton got hurt, that offensive line played so much better. And they protected Dak, and you had less penalties.
Well, you probably definitely had less penalties because Guyton is surely getting his number of holding calls. But that's on Dallas. You had Smith highly rated at left tackle, and you move him from there.
Yeah.
What?
He was the one that backed up Tyron Smith.
Right. But the whole thing is that that again, that's coaching or the lack thereof.
Yeah, it's crazy. But it's not the lack of thereof on a good show. We had another good show today. We want to thank y'all for listening to the $2 Sports Talk Show. I want to thank my special guest that was filling in for Mr. Phil Townsend, Mr. LU himself, and then Mr. Mark Howard, the natural touring comedian. You heard him on Quake's House, on Laugh Out Loud, on Kevin Hart's channel on Sirius Radio. We want to thank them for being on every time I call them. When Yo not here, they on here, and we always have a good show. We ain't got all the craziness no more when Yo is on. But Yo will be back next week. Yo will be back. Hey, and be on alert. We have our high school basketball roundup. Those interviews that we've been doing with the high school basketball roundup, they would drop the week of October 19th. That show, the week of October 19th. That show. Let me tell you. Hold on. I'm gonna give you the exact date of that show, that the high school basketball roundup. October 22nd. October 22nd. We will have our high school basketball roundup, our interviews with our high school coaches. Tune in because you're gonna find out some great information from our high school coaches on October 22nd. Here on $2 Sports Talk Show. You bark at us, we bark back. Root.
This is KBOB 89.9 FM, Tulsa, and now streaming 24/7 live from the Eden Media Studio.